Chiquita pled guilty on July 30th, 2013 to the amended charge of manslaughter. The original charge at the time of her arrest on April 28, 2010 was second-degree murder. Do you regret making that decision that day?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Welcome to Get Your Life, where every crime has a story. Life with the possibility of parole.
Is Rachel the one? Yes. Change it. That's all.
I got a new setup. Where is she at? She's at. Convening, we are at the Washita Transitional Work Program. Today is Monday, January 9th, 2023. The time is 10:29 a.m. Is there any staff, Ms. Massey, there in the room with you?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, we need, can y'all fix it? I need to adjust. Do you have access? I need to adjust the camera, see all of it. I need to, pull your chair forward a little bit. I think that'll work. Yeah. Okay, that's better.
Yes.
Comfortable?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Would you introduce yourself? Tell us your name and your DOC number.
My name is Chiquita Massey. My DOC number is 614444.
All right, and you have counsel today?
Yes.
Good morning. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay. Hi, Rachel Connor on behalf of Chiquita Massey.
And as per usual, will you make your presentation at the end?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Massey, my name is Cheryl Renata. Let me introduce the rest of my colleagues. To my far left is Mrs. Bob Jackson. My immediate left is Al Roche. My immediate right is Marabella. His right is Mr. Fragan. I want to explain the process to you. I'll read some identifying information into the record, ask you to confirm. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Roche because your case is assigned to him. Now I'm getting some feedback. Hear us okay? You hear me all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just be sure I'm getting a little bit of feedback. First, before I get started, I want you to know we have lots of folks who joined us today. Sydney Houston is joining us by Zoom. Here in the room with us this morning, let me just read off the list. We have Robert Thomas, Jennifer Coleman, Deborah Nicholson, Destani Massey, Desiree Morgan, Sierra Stewart, Antoinette Taylor, Antoine Massey, Ward Raby, William Russell, Rachel Connor, Grace Bronson, and Anna Lewis. So we have a room full of folks here in support today. So let me just read the information and then we'll get started with the interview. So you're Chiquita Massey, DOC number 614444. You're here seeking commutation of your sentence. You were sentenced in Orleans Parish, July 2013 to 20 years for a manslaughter. Is that information correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Logan.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Ms. Massey, can you slide your chair forward just a little? Can you slide your chair forward just? Right. Madam Chairman, fellow board members. Before us this morning, we have Chiquita Marie Massey, DOC number 614444. Ms. Massey, I have a presentation this morning. If any of the information is incorrect, please correct it, okay?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Chiquita here this morning seeking a recommendation for an update to a parole eligibility date and/or a commutation of sentence by a 213 manslaughter conviction. Chiquita pled guilty on July 30th, 2013 to the amended charge of manslaughter. The original charge at the time of her arrest on April 28, 2010 was second-degree murder. She was sentenced 20 years at hard labor at DOC and received all health credits for time served from the date of arrest. Ms. Massey has been incarcerated for 12 years and approximately 9 months as of today. She is currently 50 years old. At the time of the offense, she was 38. Ms. Massey, it is my understanding that you were selling drugs on the streets of New Orleans when a man came up and robbed you of the proceeds from your drug dealing. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
It is also my understanding that you solicited 2 of your cousins and a friend of theirs a guy by the name of, and they called this guy 50, to get your money back from Carlos Jackson. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So tell us exactly what happened on April 27, 2010.
I was outside selling drugs and Carlos Jackson walked up to me, robbed me, and I asked him to spare my life, and he said he just wanted the money. And he ran off. I left the scene, went home. On my way home, I was calling everybody, letting everybody know I got robbed. When I got to the house, my cousins pulled up and told me, get in the car with them, come with them. We was going back to the scene. We went back down. One second. Did you solicit your cousins or your cousins offer to help you? It's breaking up, sir.
I said, did you solicit help from your cousins or did your cousins offer to assist you in your situation?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay, continue.
So when I got back in the car, I got in the car with them. We went back to the scene of the crime, and someone went and called Carlos out of the house that he was in, and we got out of the vehicle. And when we got out of the vehicle, they walked down there, and shots was fired, and they told me start the car. We started the car, and we pulled out. I pulled out.
Ms. Massey, do you regret making that decision that day?
Yes.
Okay. Your co-defendants were Bryson McDonald, Blaine McDonald, and Alvin Jackson. All of your co-defendants also pled guilty, and the McDonald, and I suppose the 2 McDonald gentlemen Blaine and Bryson were your cousins. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
They got 15 years, and Alvin Jackson, and this is the guy they call 50. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Got 20 years.
Yes, sir.
As of my report, it was done in 2020. Are all three of your co-defendants still incarcerated?
No, sir. One of them is home. The other one is still in. The other two are still incarcerated.
And which one has been paroled?
I think it's Brian McDonald.
Okay. So basically, the gentleman that got the 20 years sentence, Alvin Jackson, is still incarcerated.
Yes, sir. To my knowledge, yes, he is.
This offense is only conviction on Miss Massey's criminal record. She has 2 other arrests, but all the charges from those arrests have been either dismissed or refuted. Opposition in this case comes from the New Orleans City Police Department. This opposition is a blanket opposition because they are opposed to all clemency and parole cases in their jurisdiction. There is no other opposition from the legal community in New Orleans. Ms. Massey has never been on parole supervision or probation. So there is virtually no opposition to the request for clemency by Ms. Massey. Ms. Massey has a low risk assessment. She has a low assessment. There is a good institutional record, and she is housed in minimum custody at a work release program, Washington Parish. Tell us exactly what your current job assignment is and where are you employed?
I work at Delta Biscuits. I wash dishes for Delta Biscuits, and I also have been blessed with a second job. I work at Comfort Inn in West Monroe as a front desk clerk.
A very trusted person, I see.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Massey has earned 450 days good time. Program she completed, Celebrate Recovery Inside, 100 hours pre-release, reentry, parenting, anger management, helping women recover, living in balance, parts 1 and 2, strengthening families, understanding and reducing anger feelings, getting it right. Tell us about getting it right. What is that all about?
You're breaking up, sir. It broke up on the ending.
You completed a program, getting it right. Tell us what that is, and what kind of program that is.
The programs that they offer to you is basically helping you with any situation that you're dealing with.
It's Massey. Evidently, we have a bad connection. Tell us about the program, getting it right.
He said, I can't hear him, it's breaking up. He's breaking up.
Can you turn the volume up?
Oh. Button for it.
Would you, Miss Massey,
Yes.
would you get the security guard?
Yes, sir. She says she can't come, she's by herself.
Okay, that's okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about getting it right. The program, getting it right.
It basically what it does is it asks you questions about what you're dealing with, and getting yourself together, getting yourself better organized.
What did you get out of the program?
Sir,
What did you get out of the program?
more skills, more knowledge, more wisdom to help me make better choices, to help me express.
Okay, you also attended the Prison Fellowship Academy. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Any other programs that you would like to mention that you got some significant information from?
Also anger management, coping and dealing with anger skills. That's a phenomenal program. Celebrate recovery. Also, I became a mentor. I became a teacher with that. That's a phenomenal program because it does an inventory on yourself, and it helps anyone from a kid to adult in any situation express themselves and learn how to cope with skills, also on a spiritual level.
Ms. Massey, besides the significant programs that Ms. Massey has completed, she worked in the library at Louisiana Transitional Center for Women with Ms. April Bow. She taught Celebrate Recovery 3 times a week. She graduated over 75 students every 6 months. She did so well that she elevated herself to the orange shirt trustee status, which is the highest level of trustee at Louisiana Transition Center for Women. She maintained this status from 2018 to 2022, when she was transferred to the Washington Parish Work Release. Officer, can we turn up the volume?
Yes, sir. Did you ask if we can turn up the volume?
Yes, ma'am.
I believe it's as loud as it'll go on our end.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. And I'm going to repeat the last thing I said. She obtained the orange shirt trustee status, and she maintained that status from 2018 to 2022, when she was transferred to Washington Parish Work Release. According to the administration and staff at Louisiana Transitional Center for Women, where she spent most of the time, she did not receive one disciplinary write-up from the time she arrived in 2013 to the time she left in 2022. Have you received any disciplinary write-ups in 13 years of experience?
No, sir.
Since I have a staff at Washington present, would you like to make any comment, remark, or observation about Ms. Massey?
Yes, sir. She's been with me in this program for about 7 months, and she has been excellent as an offender goes. She has done her job. She has been an inspiration inside of the dorm. She's held Bible studies. They go to her for prayer and just wisdom. She's been great in there, and I think She hasn't had any issues with me either. She's not been written up since she's been here, and her job is very impressed with her work as well.
Thank you so much. And your name, would you please give us your name for the record?
Sergeant Misty May, I'm the Women's Work Release Director.
Thank you, Officer. Ms. Massey has an excellent transition plan. She has secured employment with the Delta Biscuit Company in Monroe, Louisiana, and also a secondary employment with Old South Diner in West Monroe, Louisiana. She has secured a residency with Kingdom Recovery House with Ms. Chiquita Massey. And do you know exactly which job you're going to take, Ms. Massey?
If the law say the same, I would like to work both of them.
Okay, okay. And how long do you plan to stay with the Kingdom Recovery House?
Until she's able to help me find a place of my own. Because I'm still going to relocate to Monroe. I'm going to stay in West Monroe.
Then you're going to relocate to West Monroe.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Ms. Massey has letters of recommendation from Ms. April Bauer, Program Director at Louisiana Transitional Center for Women. Ms. Vanessa State, Re-Entry Facilitator, the same facility. She also has a letter from Ms. Tina Bass, who is the Director of the Kingdom Recovery House. And lastly, she has a letter of recommendation from Reverend Desiree Morgan, who's a cousin and also spiritual advisor. What is most impressive about Ms. Massey, we have over 35 letters and notes of thank you from our students that celebrate recovery classes, telling us what an inspiration and what kind of help Ms. Massey is giving them in their road back to recovery. Madam Chairman, I do have a recommendation in this case, and I will share it with my fellow board members at the conclusion of this. Thank you, Ms. Massey.
Mr. O'Shea, Mr. Freeman has a question.
Ms. Massey, I see you have 4 children. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you still have contact with them?
Yes, sir.
I have a good relationship.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I don't see any other questions. Have Sydney Houston joined us by Zoom. We'd like to hear from them at this time. Go ahead.
Hi, yes, I'm Sydney Houston. I am Chiquita Massey's supervisor at Delta Biscuit Company. I just wanted to say she's honestly a treat to work with. She keeps everyone so motivated and happy. I come in regularly and just like I'm surprised by like the amount of joy that she has throughout her day. And I think it'd just be a real shame to keep something so inspirational and sweet and so well put together, just keep it away. It'd just be a shame. And that's all I really wanted to share.
Well, great. Thank you for sharing that. We do appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm ready for you. Had it sitting, so she changed. I know when my mother changed, I need all my sisters. I'm asking with y'all please do a change back in society. That's it. That's it.
All right, I'm glad you're here. Thank you. All right, Ms. Massey, before I turn it over to Ms. Connor, is there a statement you'd like to make to us?
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
I would like to first apologize to Carlos Jackson's family for the pain that I placed upon them. I would like to apologize to my children for the pain I placed upon them. And to tell society, I'm sorry.
all right, yes, ma'am, thank you. Ms. Connor?
I think she has one more speaker, Ms. Morgan.
Okay, it's not, no, go ahead, you introduce yourself, please, and tell us your relationship.
That's what Morgan, his cousin. I'm Reverend Deputy Ray Morgan, licensed name in the state of Georgia. I'm kind of emotional. If I cry, it's tears of joy. It really is tears of joy. You know, scripture says that when Christ forgave the woman, he told her to go and sin no more. And I'm clear on the fact, I believe in my heart that my cousin understands what happened. And based on what I've talked to her about on numerous occasions, that's not going to happen. It's rare when I say I stake my life on it, but I believe in her that much that I'll stand before y'all and say, I stake my life on her future, a better future, a future with hope, expectations. You know, when you call to ministry, or when you agree to do ministry, everybody looks at this person that's perfect. This person that's going to lead the way, that's not going to ever make a mistake. I'm standing before you right now as a licensed minister, and I can tell you that there's times when she called me, and I should have been encouraging her. And I'm like, you know, I'm stressed out, I'm frustrated. And she's like, cousin, what does the word say? I'm like, right now I'm tired. And all she would say is, let's pray. I stand before you now, fully restored, fully charged, fully energized, because this woman stood in the gap for me. So I know what she's done for other women. I've heard them talk. I've even had people that call when they were released that told me, I just want to tell you, you know, strong cousin Banana says thank you. Thank you for praying for her. But she told me to tell you it's strong and be encouraged. So if somebody can do that for me, and I'm me, and I need help, I know what she's done in there, and I know what she's going to continue to do. So I pray that y'all, you know, find in your hearts and you say, yeah, she's looking where she could be, and she's moving forward. She is a model offender. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Connor?
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm Rachel Connor, and I really do have this pleasure to represent Chiquita Massey. She's one of those clients that I feel confident that she's taught me more. I'm just going to sort of, I think, are some highlights for her. She is a natural caretaker. She's a natural nurturer. At the time of these offenses, she was taking care of home for children. She lost their father to violence and was taking care of them, or other children. So while she was working jobs, she was also making money on the streets selling drugs. And I think everything that happened out of this was certainly an outlier for her character, her spirit. The Celebrate Recovery class that she took was trained in becoming a teacher for, and which she taught for at least 4 years. It was 4 years the last I counted, so maybe it's up to 6 by now. is a faith-based recovery program. Takes her own substance abuse very seriously and treats it as a lifelong, everyday struggle. And she has a lot of faith. So I just want to sort of get the bullet points. I think she told you all she needs to tell you for her outstanding record. Since her arrest on these charges, she has done everything and to atone for the mistake made. That includes 3 years at Orleans Parish Jail prior to going to LCTW, where she received no disciplinary course that entire period of time. She's taken every single thing you could possibly say she mentored courses and has clearly made an impact. She, as you can see, very strong community and family support. She's got a strong faith. So for all those reasons, and for all the reasons that I think this board can be assured that you will only see Massey in an advocacy position going forward, you will not see her on the other side. I'm requesting this board please consider moving her sentence to the 15 years for the co-defendants guide, or
Thank you. All right, I believe we are prepared to vote. Mr. Roche will be voting first.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Ms. Massey? I just want to make sure you hear me, okay?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Massey, based upon excellent good time program, community service rendered your fellow offenders, I very often see offenders, and I got 35 offenders writing notes of thank you for service rendered to them. Excellent disciplinary conduct, positive remarks by the staff at Washington, positive remarks by the staff from Louisiana Transitional Center for Women, and just an overall excellent performance while incarcerated. My recommendation is to recommend to the governor to commute your sentence to 17 years with immediate parole eligibility.
Thank you, Mr. Roche. Mr. Marabella.
Ms. Massey, I agree with everything that Mr. Roche said. My vote would likewise be the same.
I totally agree with my colleagues. I think you've been excellent and appreciate all the work that you've done for the other inmates. So I would say.
Mrs. Jackson.
Ms. Massey, my vote is the same for the same reason.
And I agree with my colleague based on the work that you've done. My vote is the same. So Ms. Massey, on your behalf, we'll make a recommendation to the governor that your sentence be commuted to 17 years in which again you can pull out. Feel like to you, ma'am. Thank you for your hard work. Washington, thanks for accommodating us. We're going to recess at 11:02. Thank y'all for coming today.
Thank you.
Be sure to subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you for watching.